Hi, we continue with the algebra review. We're working on homework problem number 8 now. The grapher window is 10 by 10 and the graph we're discussing is a cubic. Look at the graph and find the domain and range. We could expand the graph. All right, let's figure the range and domain. The graph goes up and down forever, and the graph goes to the right forever and to the left forever. It goes to the right forever as it rises, and it goes to the left forever as it sinks. So that's what we have to say, that the domain goes from negative infinity to positive infinity, and the range goes from negative infinity to positive infinity. But that is the answer because all real numbers is the same as saying the x-axis, and the same as saying goes from negative infinity to positive infinity. The same for y. Y is a real number, all y such that y is a real number. Now let's look at this and judge the domain and the range. This is the graph of the square root of x minus 3, where both x and minus 3 are under the radical. Let's maximize the graph. There's the graph. Square root of x minus 3. It can be hard to make it stick there sometimes. In terms of right and left, the graph goes to the right forever. Its lowest point is on the x-axis, and then it goes up forever. There is no graph to the left of x equals 3. And there is no graph below the x-axis. So the domain starts at 3 and goes to the right forever. There it is at A, x such that x is greater than or equal to 3. Now what about the range? It starts at y equals 0, which is the x-axis, and goes up forever. So B is our range. Let's go to 10. Graph this function, then visually estimate the domain and range. Negative x squared plus 4x minus 10. Let's look at it on the grapher. Negative x squared plus 4x minus 10. Okay, we graph it, and that's what it looks like. And so I would bet on B. What about you? Check our answer. Excellent. Oops, says we're not done. No, I don't want to quit. Oh, that's right, we have to choose the domain and range. All right, this graph is going to go to the right forever and to the left forever. So the domain is going to be all real numbers, which is the same as saying the entire x-axis. The range, on the other hand, starts down at negative infinity and goes up to y equals negative 6. Stops there, heads back down. So since we always put the lowest number first, we're going to put negative infinity first, and then negative 6 with a bracket on negative 6. All right, let's move on to 11. Now we're going to determine the domain of 2 minus x. So let's graph it again. We're going to clear, yes, and then take the square root, which is second x squared, of 2 minus x. And then the right arrow key to tell the grapher that we're done. And we graph it, and that's what it looks like. The domain starts at negative infinity on the left, because these things always go from left to right, starts at negative infinity on the left, and then comes to a crashing stop at x equals 2. So negative infinity to 2 with a bracket is what I would choose. And indeed, that's D. Check our answer, and it's correct. Now let's go on to 12. Find the slope, if it exists. Well, that's a horizontal line. All horizontal lines have slope 0. You can prove it to yourself with the slope formula and those 2 points, but you need to memorize that all horizontal lines have a 0 slope. And now 13. We're going to find the slope of this line by using the slope formula. Let point 1 be the point negative 6, negative 4, and point 2 be the point negative 11, negative 19. Negative 6 will be x1, negative 4 will be y1, negative 11 will be x2, negative 19 will be y2. The little numbers down below tell you which point the coordinates are part of. All right, now we're going to use the slope formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and we will substitute accordingly. Negative 19 minus negative 4 over negative 11 minus negative 6. That will give us negative 19 plus 4 over negative 11 plus 6. M is going to equal negative 15 divided by negative 5, which is positive 3. So the slope is 3. So I'll choose A, which means there is a slope, and the slope is 3. Nice work. And then 14. This is a vertical line. X equals a number is always a vertical line. Vertical lines all have undefined slopes.